Hello everybody. I'm ALIYO MOMOT. He. I'm a man. Bless the Lord. I love women too. Today we'll be talking about something called MESHY Cloud REALMS Interaction MCRi 3. Yeah, we'll be talking about MESHY Cloud REALM interactions. When we're talking about MESHY Cloud REALMS interactions, we are talking about the REALMs that exist in the computer, the whole computer. For example, let's do something like this. Definitely. Let's get into the computer. Let's get into the computer. Let's get into the computer and do something. For example, we know that we have about 7.2 trillion RAMs, AI RAMs in the computer. And these AI RAMs are tied to structures. And in every RAM, in every one RAM, we have about 1,000 structures. And in this 1,000 structure, there's a connection between this 1,000 structure and the RAMs. We know that, for example, if you look at this definitely, these are actually, you see these objects are objects in the computers. These are actually objects in the computers. You could see them like Plant Maker 2018. We have the AFS Studio. We have the Firefox installers. We have other files here. All these files actually are RAMs. And when you click these files, for example, if you click this file like this, you have what is called a structure. You now click this file, and the file is love for rock. And then you could see something down here written, the love for rock. And you could see something actually spelled out here. It's beautiful to understand all this, that there's a definition, a relationship between this RAM, this is a RAM, and this is a structure. This is a structure, and this is a RAM. This is a structure, this is a RAM. And for example, we have a RAM, we have a structure here. And if you click this structure, you have a substructure. Let me take it back again. All these are actually RAMs. And then when you click this RAM, you have what is called a structure. That's the mix down now. This is structure. And when you click this structure like this, you have a substructure. It's like having what they call domains. And everything about all this, like the structures, the substructures, the substructures, the substructure, we have substructures into more than 1,000 spheres of substructures. And these substructures and the RAMs all added together form what we call the AI domain, the iCloud domain. So you could save in this iCloud, you could keep something in this iCloud, you could send somebody into this iCloud, you could do anything in this iCloud, because there is a beautiful connection out here, spelled out here, that there is a RAM and there's a structure. And it has a domain space. And these are all called domain space. AI domain space. Because each of this object has what is known as an object, a main object position. And for example, you know they have spatial waves. These objects, they have spatial waves. And there's an interactions between this wave and this. You see something that is spelled out here is that these are actually interacting. They do not interact too well. But if you click this, these are called structures. They interact really well. But these are called realms. They do interact, but the interaction is not intensive. And once it's not intensive, it's not meshy cloudy. Yeah, it's really meshy cloudy because this is interacting with this is interacting with this. For example, let me bring out something actually. Let me use Studio 5 to give an interactions definitely. I'm clicking an object. And these are actually structures. Did you see the structures interacting? The structures are interacting. The structures, then this is substructure. I've clicked the substructure. This is another substructure, and this, and now there's something here. So there is interaction between the structures. So it's meshy cloud interacting. That's what they call the matching network. Actually fusing between the first structure and this structure. And that interaction between the first structure, the substructure, known as meshy cloud interaction, structure interactions, and all these are actually when they come together, we call them meshy realm interaction as an object, as an AI object. Don't you see one interacting with this? If this interacts with this, it might not interact in a very normal way. Because that's what they call an integrated system sewn into the system. And this is called an interwoven system that's actually sewn into here. They might not have the same configuration. They might not interact properly. But if it is one object, they have the same configuration and they are interwoven together so they can interact together. And for example, if you click a folder like this, you see the files actually one file brings another file. For example, if I click this file here, and I click this because this is a folder file. Folder files are object files that are more interactive with other objects. For example, if I click this file here, definitely it will bring this Studio 1.5 out. Do you know why this is interacting with this? Because this is actually kept in this. It's saved in this folder. But if it's not saved in this folder, there will be no such interaction. And this is what we know as meshy cloud interaction. In terms of the AI computer or the AI realm. Let's go over something here. We have the meshy realm interaction MCRi created by ALIYO MOMOT. We have meshy cloud psychiatry iCloud for keeping and releasing our mood. For example, in this web we might use things like MSP, modular sensory perception, and meshy cloud. For example, if you have a moody condition, you'll be able to change your moody condition. You're sick. You have psychotic situations that makes you depressed, or you have a sickness, or you have. Let's use psychiatrics for an example. You'll be able to mesh cloud. What I mean meshy cloud is that you'll be able to get a feeling from this time of the year, from another time of the year, meshy cloud them together and have a good mood. But with MSP, you're able to tell. You can create a good for someone for someone when you mesh them together in the MSP. In the MSP line of actions, like the add-ons. We have MESHY Cloud for keeping our prisoners or demons in MESHY Cloud structures or realms. MESHY Cloud iCloud for data, MESHY Cloud dirty cloud for dirty recycling. MESHY Cloud Auto, where you can have different parts of Auto all together coming from different realms. You can keep them in different realms, and then you can have this application. You can have made up of different parts. Where the different parts are kept in different realms. Maybe it's different structure. Maybe structure one have the body of Mercedes, the body of BMW, the tire of Volkswagen. Then you might all Ferrari. This might all interact together. Since they are interactive, once you keep them in those structures, they will be able to interact together. You can have it out of it. It's by making software where you can have all this interacting, keeping those parts in those structures. And since you keep them in structures and not in realms, they can interact. So we have MESHY Cloud banking. You can have more than 10 banks together, and the different structures can interact all together. MESHY Cloud human body. MESHY Cloud weather. Distinct MESHY Cloud. Distinct MESHY Cloud is when you have structures actually. When you have structures, realms, and the realms are distinct. Realms are distinct, but structures are not. They are more interactive. But realms can also be interactive. But structures are more interactive, and realms are more distinct. We have 100 structures in one realm. 1,000 structures in one realm, and some 2,000 realms in an object. Structures are more interactive MESHY clouded. Realms are interactive and distinctive in MESHY Cloud interactive domains. MESHY Cloud hollows against demons. MESHY Cloud structure hollows. So all these applications that we might build later, or it might be built definitely by my company. Modular interaction. We can get more into it. It's just a surface and overview. I believe we can get into it with time and know more about it. I just explained something about the structures, the realm, and the computer AI system, the AI system. So it's beautiful. It's hard, but I know it's beautiful. Bye bye. It's your main guy, your friend, and he, not the she. ALIYO Momot. Professor Dr. ALIYO. Bye bye.